In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use the Notion API on a free plan for AI integration. Head straight into your Notion account in the browser and make sure you're already logged in. Once you're inside your workspace, look to the left sidebar and scroll near the bottom until you find Settings, marked with the gear icon. Click that to open the Settings panel. Inside Settings, switch to the Connections tab. In this area, scroll all the way down until you see the link that says Develop or Manage Integrations. Click that, and Notion will open the Integrations page where you can create something your AI tool or API workflow can connect to. On that page, click the New Integration button. You'll now get a form to set up the integration. In the Name field, enter AI Knowledge Base. Then find the associated workspace dropdown and choose the workspace where your database lives. After that, click Create. As soon as the integration is created, Notion takes you to its configuration page. This page contains the token that allows external tools to access your content through the API. Find the section labeled Internal Integration Secret. Click Show so the token becomes visible, then click Copy to place that secret on your clipboard. Keep in mind this token is sensitive, so don't share it publicly or paste it into anything you don't trust. Now go back to your main Notion Workspace tab and open the database page you want to use as your knowledge base. Once you're on that database page, move to the top right corner and click the three-dot menu. A menu will open with additional options for that page. Scroll down until you find Connections, then click it. A search box will appear. Type AI Knowledge Base, which is the integration name you just created. When it appears in the results, select it. Notion will likely show a confirmation dialog explaining that you're granting this integration access to the page. Click Confirm. At this point, the integration can access that database and any child pages contained within it, which is exactly what you need before testing the API. Next, you need the database ID. Stay on the database page and click into the browser's address bar. In the URL, there will be a long string of characters after the workspace path and before the question mark that starts with V =. Copy that long string. That string is the database ID you'll use in the API request. Now open a new browser tab and go to Hoppscotch.io. This is a handy tool for testing API requests without writing code first. Once the page loads, look at the request method dropdown near the URL bar. It usually defaults to G8. Change that to POST because querying a Notion database uses a POST request. In the URL field, enter the Notion query endpoint using this format: https://API. Notion. com v1 database is your database ID query. Replace the database ID part with the actual ID you copy from the Notion URL. Make sure the full address is clean and complete because even a small typo here will cause the request to fail. Now move down to the Headers tab below the URL bar and click it. In the first header row, type Authorization in the Key field. In the Value field, enter bearer followed by a space, and then paste in your internal integration secret. That tells Notion which integration is making the request. In the next header row, type Notion version as the key. In the Value field, enter 2022-0628. This version header is required by Notion so the API knows which response format to use. In the next header row, type Content type as the key, and set the value to Application JSON. This tells the API that you're sending JSON in the request body. After the headers are set, click the Body tab. Choose Application JSON as the body type. In the editor area, type an opening curly brace and a closing curly brace with nothing between them. That creates an empty JSON object, which is enough for a basic database query when you just want to retrieve all entries. Now you're ready to test the connection. Click Send, usually found to the right of the URL bar. If everything is configured correctly, Notion should return a JSON response containing the entries from your database. You'll see structured data that includes the page records and their properties. That confirms your integration works. Your database is shared correctly, and your token and headers are valid. If the request fails and you see a browser-related error, especially something tied to CORS or blocked requests, don't panic. In Hoppscotch, switch the request mode from browser to proxy, then click Send again. Using Proxy routes the request through Hoppscotch's server instead of directly from your browser, which usually solves browser restriction issues. Once the request succeeds, you'll see your database content returned as JSON. That's the key moment, because it proves you can now connect this Notion database to an AI workflow automation platform custom app, or script. Your free Notion plan is enough for this setup as long as the integration has access to the correct database and you use the proper API request format. If this helped, hit like and subscribe for more quick tutorials. From here, the next step in a real AI integration is usually taking this same token and database ID and placing them into your automation tool, backend app, or AI agent configuration. The exact platform can vary, but the foundation stays the same. You create the integration, connect it to the database, copy the database ID, and test the query endpoint successfully. A couple of quick tips before you wrap up. If your response comes back empty, double check that the database actually contains pages and that you shared the exact database with the integration. If you get an unauthorized error, the token is usually wrong, incomplete, or missing the bearer prefix. If you get an object not found error, the database ID is often incorrect, or the integration doesn't have access to that page yet. And one more thing, if you later duplicate the database or move content around, verify that the integration still has permission for the new location. Permissions are often the hidden reason an API call stops working. That's it. You've now set up a Notion integration on a free plan, connected it to your database, and successfully queried it through the Notion API.